What's cracking, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. New video. For those of you that have been watching the saga that is Wes Watson, for those of you that have been following, especially since he picked up the criminal case, when he picked up that case, the attorney that he hired, we were told that he's a gunslinger. He's the best one to hire in that state for that case, right? Well, he just filed a motion. This morning I saw Dumb Down Law. He read the whole filing. I encourage you guys to go over there and watch. I didn't want to do a reaction only because it's almost 28 minutes long. For me to react to a video that long, it would make it an hour-long video. So I encourage you guys to go over there and see what was said in the filing. But for me, I'm just going to go ahead and give my opinion on what happened. So let me just start by saying this. Wes Watson's attorney did exactly what he's supposed to do for his client. See, the job of the defense attorney is to make his client, the perpetrator of the crime, the one accused of the alleged crime, to make him look the best he possibly can. The purpose of the DA's case, the district attorney, is to make that same person look as horrible as possible. And Wes Watson's attorney filed a motion for immunity. Immunity from prosecution in both the criminal as well as the civil case. The main grounds for it is the stand your ground law in Florida. Now, we don't have that here in California. I don't know how the judges are in Florida, but I like the semantics that the defense attorney is using. I like the way he's retelling the story. I'm going to assume that he's going to fight to suppress all the camera footage, because if that footage comes into play, then it doesn't matter what type of semantics you use. What you see is what you get. So, another interesting thing in the filing is Wes Watson has always wanted to be the biggest dude. He's 6 foot, he's over 6 foot, he's 250 and all this jibber jabber, right? Well, according to his attorney, Wes Watson is 5'8". Shots fired. And he's 200 and something pounds, but he's 5'8". The plaintiff, well, that's a civil case. The victim in this case is 6'7", and they made a point to bring that up. However, Wes Watson is heavier than the guy that's almost a foot taller than him, right? According to the defense, the victim boarded whatever he boarded from 2 states over and went to fight Wes Watson. The victim claimed that to the police, that he went there to fight Wes Watson. And so that's not going to be the dispute. The defense is saying he went there, went 2 states, set up his camera, started filming, and approached and attacked Wes Watson, that Wes Watson tried to walk away. A half-truth is a whole lie. The victim did pull up, as he was told to do by Wes Watson, though. That's the thing. There's so many videos of Wes Watson giving the address out when he was here in California, working out in San Diego. Then when he went to Miami and he started working out, he's given out his address and said, anybody that has a problem, pull up. If you think you're going to get jumped, let me know and we'll go outside. So the victim took him up on the offer, right? That was an invitation. Dumbest, I've been saying it. You're a multimillionaire, allegedly. Why would you invite anybody to fist fight you that can sue you later? So, when the victim went to the gym, set up his camera, and approached Wes Watson, he pushed him with the most non-dangerous push I've ever seen in my life. I mean, he pushed Wes Watson and the victim went backwards. I've never seen it. It was like a mime, right? That's what we're gonna call it, a mime push. Wes Watson did step back, and then I think he thought about it and said, I'm gonna look like a coward, and then he turned back around and went towards the victim. The defense said that a rugby mall formed, right? That's a beautiful way of saying everybody in there beat the dog shit out of the victim. Again, if the videotapes are allowed in court, if they are allowed in this motion to be reviewed by the judge, you know the defense, the state, the DA is going to tear this motion up. I don't know if you're allowed to claim the defense, the stand your ground defense, when you invite someone to you. This case will establish that. That's for sure. If there's another case that can be cited by the state, they will cite it. But I don't see it being granted. Me personally, I don't see it being granted. Just the overwhelming evidence, all the times that Wes Watson has called people out, told them pull up. I believe the victim has DMs between the two of them setting it up. But this is like, if Wes Watson had a revolver, this is the only bullet in the chamber, right? And he had to fire it. He had to fire it now because the civil trial is about to start, and anything said in that case can and more than likely will be used against Wes Watson in the criminal matter. It's a bad look. Now, I could see why in Wes Watson's calls to Clown Jose, when he's talking about when I get out, his attorney's telling him he's going to beat the case. His attorney's telling him what he has to tell him. However, a lawyer can't tell you I can 100% beat this case, because if he does and you have that in writing, you can turn around and sue. I doubt his attorney has said anything like that. I still believe Wes Watson is going to do a minimum of 10 years incarcerated. He's been putting it in the atmosphere. He's been putting it out there for years now on the internet that he did 10 years. He didn't do 10 years. So possibly karma is deciding you need to do 10 years now. We have to be careful with the words we use, the things we put out there, because they will manifest. I don't feel sorry for Wes. Wes pretty much had everything in the palm of his hand, but he couldn't find happiness. We listen to the calls now. He sounds happier than we've ever heard him. So anyhow, make sure you guys go over there to Dumb Down Law. I'm going to put the video up here, what it looks like. So those of you that don't know his channel, you guys can you guys can search him up. Go and see the video. He did a really good video. Like I said, I didn't want to react to a video that's 27 minutes long and make it way longer. I just wanted to give you my opinion. There's way too much stuff that Wes Watson has said, that Wes Watson has posted. You look at the day after the incident, what he said, the video that he posted the day after and what he had to say. It's an ugly look. If this lawyer can get this filing granted, he's going to get a whole lot more clients. And that's a fact. That's my video for today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Everybody, please be safe, be smart, and tell the ones you love that you love them, man. I'm out of here.